going on, guys? You might not do here. We got another King's On video. It's the last one of this short series, only 2 videos. But we're looking at the defunct rides of King's On. This will not include like flat rides like Too Many the Ride. This will include the roller coasters, not any flat rides. So let's go to the first one that was removed and one of the originals, Bavarian Beetle, 1972 to 1978. I do not know very much about this coaster, but I actually have no clue. I have nothing to know about this coaster. It's like a Galaxy model, made by Pinfari, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But this coaster was taken out in 1978. So, next is Screamin' Demon, built in 1977, removed in 1987. This was one of the first launch coasters ever, made by Aerodynamics. It's called the Shuttle Loop coaster. Only 2 of these, they still exist in the whole world. This coaster was actually relocated to a place called Camden Park, and then it operated from 1988 to 1995, and it is permanently closed now. It's scrapped. You never could get the Screamin' Demon credit anymore. So next is the Bat. This coaster was the very first aero suspended coaster ever. And, well, let's just say it was a failure. None of the turns were banked, so it put a lot of stress on the track. And it was going way too fast. It was like going 50 or on the track. It was supposed to be going 30. So it caused a lot of stress on the track and supports. And overall, it wasn't doing good. When it closed in 1983, but it was supposed to open in 84. But they just decided to scrap it, and, well, it is now sitting in the current place where another defunct ride is. We'll get to that one later. Sorry, spoiled that one. King Cobra. This ride was a Togo stand-up coaster that operated from 1984 to 2001. The owners in Kings Island went to Japan to ride this special ride. They liked it so much they bought it and they built it in 1984. They had a vote of deciding what it should be called. It was called King Cobra. This sat in the place where Delirium sits now, but it only lasted 2001 because Togo went out of business after a failure called Windjammer Surf Coasters at Knott's Berry Farm. It failed and they couldn't make any parts, so they tore this down to replace it with a flat ride. So next is, I spoiled it anyway, is Vortex. This ride is where the Bat sat, and it was a Aero Mega or a Looper, and this ride lasted a very long time, 33 years. It actually used the station from the Bat. It had 6 inversions, only because the first coaster to have 6 inversions actually. But as time went on, it got rougher and rougher. So Kings On decided and reached its end of its service life and tore it down. The area is actually still empty at this point. It is not. Nothing has replaced it. So the next coaster is Scooby's Ghoster Coaster. This was located in Kittyland, or now Snoopy's Planet. It not very known about this coaster. It did not have a very big life at the park, but basically you would go around the park, Snoopy's Land. It's called that now. But it had very horrible capacity. You could see right there, only 2 people could sit in the train, and it'll go around on the single route track. So the next coaster is Son of Beast. Now this is the most infamous defunct coaster of all time because of how many problems. The company that built this actually got fired during the manufacturing, and those carts right there was so heavy that put stress on the track. So in 2006, a pothole was formed in one of the tracks and jolted all the riders. They'd all be sent to the hospital. So they had to get new trains, so this loop right here got torn out. They replaced it with a little airtime hill. Didn't give any airtime at all, but it was completely... a woman got a brain injury on this coaster in 2009, and it sat abandoned until 2012, and it was finally demolished, replaced by Banshee and B&M inverted coaster, which I think a lot of people prefer Banshee over Son of Beast. Next coaster is Firehawk. This is the newest coaster that was removed. It was a Flying Dutchman model made by Vekoma, and it originally called X-Flight down at Six Flags Ohio, or Worlds of Adventure, or Geauga Lake. Went through 3 names. And Cedar Fair, when they bought the park, this was their first thing that they put there. And well, it became a horrible maintenance problem and did not have very good capacity. So it was torn out and replaced by a B&M Giga Orion. And that's all the coasters at Kings Island that are defunct. Thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And leave a comment down below for what next video we should do. Goodbye.